Yo, what's up? Prince Sports here. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. You know how we do. Um, for those of you that seen or still is watching The Last Dance, um, it's getting a little bit what you call it rehearsement, so to speak. Because well, a lot of this stuff, if we came, if you like me, you came up in this era, you already seen a lot of this stuff already. Um, So a lot of it is not much new, too much new news. You know, it's just pretty much rehearsed stuff that you heard from way back when. Um, but every now and then there is something in the episodes that stand out. One of the things that stand out that I like to talk about is Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan's relationship. Okay, now for years you heard these guys been compared to each other for years. This is before LeBron even got on the scene. So for those of you that want to get LeBron involved in this really has nothing to do with LeBron. This is a Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan thing, and you remember back in the day, people used to always compare Kobe to Jordan and saying he got next, he's going to be the next Jordan. Um, this is a title or a burden that Kobe had to hold because a lot of players before him was labeled as the next Jordan and they failed. Um, but Kobe was the most um, best processor or the best protege that we've seen to Jordan. You know, he copied everything from Jordan. He got his mannerisms from Jordan, how to walk like Jordan, how to talk like Jordan, how to play like Jordan, to a point that it hindered his career. So not only playing with Shaq hindered Kobe's career, but trying to be so much like Mike, and he fed into it because the media was keep saying that he's going to be the next Jordan, and he tried his best to be the next Jordan. He fed into that hype a lot. You know, instead of trying to be his own man and become his own person, he still never came with his own identity until even he came up with his own trademarks later in his career, like Mamba mentality and stuff like that. But Mamba mentality is just another rehearsed um, attitude or mindset that was brought upon from Jordan. Um, so he still never really established his own self, you know, to this day. Um, what I didn't know was, which came as a shock to most of us, is his relationship with Michael Jordan. Because as for a lot of us growing up watching those two come up and the comparisons being nonstop, I remember it used to always be on ESPN. And, you know, it got to a point where a lot of Jordan homers were getting pissed off that Kobe was even getting compared to Mike. And then you had a couple new age people that thought Kobe got unfair criticism. But that group was very small, but nevertheless it still existed. So as time went by, a lot of people laid off Kobe because he didn't surpass Jordan, you know, and he failed to surpass Jordan as coming the GOAT, you know. And a lot of Jordan homers was pissed off by this, you know. Well, weren't pissed off by this. They were happy with this basically because they got to see their favorite basketball player not surpassed. Basically, you know, a lot of people, you know, didn't want to see Kobe get the chance to surpass Mike, which he didn't. He came up a little short. Some by his own reasons, and some by just the situation, like playing with Shaq, hindered Kobe's career because he wasn't looked upon as being that number one guy, you know. So that hindered some of Kobe's criticism or comparisons to being like Mike, you know. That definitely was one thing that played into factor. So time goes by, and you know, I guess a lot of these hardcore Jordan fans, they came to respect Kobe a little more because the threat was over. That's the only reason why they came to respect Kobe more, because the threat was over, you know. And every generation, it gets passed on to the next player. So the next player that is passed on to is LeBron James. And now that LeBron James is being compared to Michael Jordan, and people are coming up with, oh, can he surpass Mike? This type of stuff. You got a lot of people that I would guess say some of the homers, they don't want to see that happen. So they're giving him the same treatment that they gave Kobe, you know? But here's the difference that I noticed between all three of those guys. 9 out of 10 people never say Kobe's better than Jordan. They say he's the closest thing to Jordan in terms of playing style. But there are a few group of people emerging that's saying LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan, which is a complete different comparison in its whole. And I think that is rubbing the fanboys a little bit differently, you know? I, myself, think Jordan's better than LeBron. I said this many times in my videos, but I don't hold it against LeBron, and I'm not a homer. I'm not one of those guys that's going to favorite everything Jordan. Now, I'm not going to get on my knees and worship Michael Jordan. Never going to happen. You know, I'm my own man, and I come up with my own views on these players, you know. But the comparison is more than worth it, okay? Because a lot of people that say LeBron can't be compared to Jordan, these are the same people that got him in their top 5. So he's definitely worth the comparison. He's definitely worth, you know, having a debate, you know? You can't be in the top 5 and not be debated with the other top 5 guys that you have in there. So that doesn't make any sense, you know? And there's some people that got Kobe in their top 5, so if that's the case, he deserves to be in debates with Jordan too. I would say this thing though, the big brother, little brother relationship between Kobe and Michael Jordan was something we didn't know about. They kept this under closed doors pretty good. You know, they kept it under wraps. So that was a surprise. The fact that Kobe called Jordan every single night and get tips from him, not just on basketball, but on life. That shows you that he looked up to Michael Jordan not only as a big brother, but like a second father, you know. So Kobe was 100% influenced by Michael Jordan. This dispels the notion where he went on TV and lied and said he looked up to Magic Johnson and all these other guys. No, he did not. That guy from day one wanted to be like Michael Jordan. You know, that's the true guy that he idolized. You know, he tried to switch his story up and lie and say that, you know, he was influenced by Magic. You didn't do nothing Magic-like to be influenced by Magic. If you're influenced by Magic, you would try to at least make an effort to play that all-around style of game that he did, passing the ball, getting teammates involved. You looked up to Jordan, you know, and this is why Jordan take liking to Kobe, because Kobe was sucking up to Mike from the beginning. I mean, I think Mike likes that a little bit, you know. I mean, he treated Michael Jordan like Michael Jordan was a god. And, you know, he would call this guy for tips and pointers. You know, in the All-Star game, he's sitting there asking Michael how you do this fadeaway jump shot, how you do this and that. I don't think the relationship with LeBron James is strong with Jordan, because LeBron James isn't the type of guy to get down on his knees and praise another man too much. You know, he'll give you your props, but he's not going to go out of his way to say he idolized somebody, you know. And I think that rubs Jordan a little differently, you know, the fact that LeBron doesn't, you know, worship the ground that he walks on, so to speak. But the fact that he chose number 23, he does the powder toss, you know, that should be enough for Mike to be satisfied with. You know, LeBron shouldn't have to get on his knees and praise you. You know, the fact that he paid a lot of homage and he was influenced to wear the number 23 by you shows a lot. So, yeah, that's all I got to say. I was very surprised about that Kobe and Mike Jordan relationship. At least that aspect, because I didn't know they were that close. Peace.